I'm Derek. Welcome to the House of L, everyone. I don't know if anybody's watching or not. We just thought we'd do something fun and different tonight. I'm Derek. I got Steve Glosson. I got Jason Spencer here with me.
What does the percentage thing mean in the top of the thing?
That's how long you have until you die.
Oh, wow. Jason, you're doing a lot better than...
Some of us are doing better than others.
That's how long your life, you've gone through 92% of your life, you got 92% left.
Just since this started. That's how fast it's going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like...
better make this a good one, then.
Logan's Run, but not as interesting. You remember the Logan's Run, Steve?
You know, I've never seen it.
That doesn't surprise me. No, that's the percentage uploading. It uploads while we record, so that when you go back and watch this at a later time, we're all in crisp, clean HD quality.
Shut your mouth.
That's how it happens.
Wow.
What are you working on?
Future or something?
I know, right? What are you working on over there?
I'm just fiddling with a toy while we talk.
You got a kit bash going?
No, I'm not that good. I'm just trying to unpack things and figure out where I want them and if I want them at all up on a shelf. So on the Geek Out Loud YouTube right now, there's a bunch of shorts where I've done a little game show called Stow It or Show It, or Show It or Stow It. And I'm just like, here's this figure. Show it or stow it.
Yeah. Stow it or show it your shorts?
Yeah, well, no.
You didn't think through that one, did you? All the way.
It's various and sundry action figures. It's been mostly Marvel, and then I came to a Star War on the most recent episode.
A Star War? Singular.
Mm-hmm.
You're here. Spencer and I have discussed this, but you and I have not talked about the Masters of the Universe trailer. And we all nodded as men, and then we moved on.
I am extremely excited for it.
I'm so excited.
It looks way better than I thought it would, to be honest. I know there's a lot of liberties being taken with the storyline and all that kind of stuff. I have zero problems with all of that stuff. The sword looks amazing. It looks exactly how it should. I'm excited to watch a movie that takes place on Eternia and not just on Earth for 85% of it. I'm excited for Battle Cat. I think Skeletor looks awesome. I'm like, besides our mutual love of everything Superman and being super excited for Supergirl, I think Masters of the Universe might be my like neck and neck right there in terms of excitement for the new movie.
Dude, you had the toys, you had it all.
I did. I don't anymore. Like I have some of the re-releases that they've done in the past couple of years. I've got a He-Man and a Skeletor, and I've got a Battle Cat. That's pretty much it. But when I was a kid, man, I had me and my brother, because it's one of those things where like your brother will get some of the figures and you'll get the other figures. Sure. And so he had Skeletor and Snake Mountain and a few of the other vehicles and a few of the other characters. Like he had Man-at-Arms, but I had Superman and Tila and Castle Grayskull, and one of my favorites, Mossman and Skunkor. You know, we pretty much had most of your basic collection. We didn't have like the Eternia playset, but beyond that, like we pretty much had it all.
I didn't know the Eternia playset was a thing until I was an adult. I mean, that's how late in the line it was and how obscure it was. I loved He-Man as a kid.
Wait, he was, put a pin in that. It was obscure? Like that was an obscure thing to find back in the day?
Well, no, because it was so late in the line. Like by that point, I was out of He-Man. Okay. And so I don't want to say, I guess obscure is the wrong word, but it was so off of my radar that I never knew it was a thing. But as a kid, I loved He-Man. Man, that cartoon on coming home from school in the afternoons, like that was it. And it was my jam. And there's just something about people just throwing whatever they can out there, you know, that hits their imagination. Well, let's make a guy who spins. What do we call him? Let's call him Cyclone. Okay, great. Let's make a guy with two heads. What do we call him? Too Bad. Fantastic. Love it. What about this guy over here that's like a spider? Well, let's call him Webster. That's a real popular show right now. And we'll call him Webster.
I'm a big fan of Webster, too.
Yeah. What about this guy with a neck that goes up and down? He kind of looks like a part of robot. Mechaneck. What about this guy that he can change his face? Let's call him Manny Faces. Okay.
Manny Faces was awesome.
Oh, I loved him. He's one of my favorites. I loved him. Extendar. What's he do? Well, his arms and legs extend. I think
listen, cocaine was a hell of a drug in the 80s.
I mean, Well, the thing was, it's like, let's just throw it out there. And then you throw in the evil horde coming in and later in the line, and obviously that was on the She-Ra cartoon, but it was Master of the Universe carded was the horde. I love, man, I dug that stuff so much. And the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe, you know what? I don't even like to call it Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe. I like to call it Frank Langella's Masters of the Universe because that dude stole every scene he was in as Skeletor back in the day.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I mean, I'm all about it. But then I see this trailer, and my fear is, I mean, you said, Jason, that you don't want to see 85% on Earth and then the rest on Eternia. I'm afraid that's the bait and switch they're going to pull on us, is that we're going to have him on Earth and the whole movie is going to be him trying to get to Eternia, and Eternia comes to Earth for a few scenes, and then boom, we're in Eternia for that final battle, and I have the power for the last few minutes of it.
I think
I'm hoping not. Even if it's 50% Eternia, like I would be fine with that.
I feel like they're gonna. Did you see the Mario movie? I feel like it's gonna be like not the Bob Hoskins, but the more recent,
the animated one.
I feel like it's gonna be like that. Act 1 will be on Earth. Act 2 will be on Eternia, and then during Act 3, the battle will go from Eternia to Earth. I feel like that's what will end up happening.
I just want, if they show up on Earth, I want someone to punch Beastman in the face and say, "Welcome to Earth." But here's the thing, in that trailer, and I haven't watched a lot of reactions and stuff to it, but there's no one who's talking about that at the very end of the trailer, as you see He-Man and Skeletor actually beginning to fight. And the logo comes up, the music goes into bump bump like the He-Man, the transition. And for me, and for these reasons, I'm in.
I read somewhere that they are implementing the score, so that wasn't just a trailer cue. That they will be part of the theme.
Well, like over the past 10 years or so, like some of my favorite movie moments have been, for example, in the Power Rangers movie. The movie itself wasn't great, but when those Zords show up and they start playing the original Power Rangers theme from the 90s, I'm there. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, when they finally kick into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme, I'm like, that's it. That's what you need to do. This is how you do it well. I'm all about that He-Man theme. Let it fly, man. Let the He-Man theme fly. And then
Absolutely.
And then
Hollywood, when they're doing these movies, and I think they're getting better at it, is to embrace the music of these properties that they're bringing in. We got that in Superman. They leaned into the John Williams of it all. All the examples you said, I'm like, we shouldn't be afraid of the He-Man theme either. Like every time you're gonna do these properties, like don't shy away from it, because we want to hear like an epic He-Man theme playing in the theater as loud as it can while these two people battle it out for the fate of Eternia. And that's what we came for.
Yeah, and it's a solid theme. I like the design of all the characters, that we've seen and everything. I'm down. I think my thing is, it's like they're using original characters from the original toy line. They're not throwing in some dude named Gwildor who nobody knows who that is, and they're not, you're not bringing in like Blades and like you're going to have the cast of Masters of the Universe. And Jared Leto's under a bunch of CGI and makeup, so that's fine with me too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so
I hope that's not just a mask that comes off. Frank Ramblin's in the group with us now. Hey, buddy, how are you, sir?
How's it, sir?
Hey, good to see everybody.
Good to see
you.
Good to see you. Absolutely.
Talking a little He-Man. It counts. It was a DC Comics
I'm just bummed because I was getting ready to start the internet's #1 Gwildor podcast, but I guess that's not happening anymore. So
probably not a good idea, man.
No.
Why would you? He-Man walked in both worlds,
He did.
There was a Marvel He-Man comic and a DC He-Man comic, not to mention the little pack-in comics that were with the Mattel toys. But yeah.
Can we go back to that? Can we go back to a world where you get these tiny little comic books with your action figures? I feel like that is something that's truly missing from the world.
Well, I don't know. Listen, toys are different now, man. It's not like it was.
I know, it's sad.
And we can never go back to that because kids don't care.
Yeah, but they're not even marketing this stuff to kids anymore.
Well,
they're marketing it straight to us.
Well, we know that. Like, that's something I know and you know. But the Hasbro and Mattel, they'll never admit that. They'll say, well, we've got our little collector niche over here. But they're still trying that kids market so hard, and it's like you've got to get where the kids are. Derek,
And
you have kids.
Yeah, and well, I was actually going to segue there because we're about to lose the DC license from McFarlane going to Mattel, and all I've seen is the kid stuff that Mattel has rolled out. I've not seen any of what I guess the collector label will be for DC moving forward. I do know, but before all is said and done, I'm getting a Brandon Routh Superman Returns action figure from McFarlane, and I couldn't be happier for that. What a note to go out on for that label.
I'm super excited for that because we have gotten some quality, Chris Reeve figures, which I'm super stoked for. And to get a Brandon Routh figure in that same vein, that same dimension, all that kind of stuff looks really cool. But I have a huge problem, or my biggest problem with the Brandon Routh suit was always that the symbol on his chest was just way too small for me. And it looks like on the figure they've given him a little bit bigger of a symbol, and I think it looks a lot better.
There's a few things I'm not so happy about with it, but it's also like beggars can't be choosers. Like they've got the gauntlets on the end that they've done on like every Superman, and I'm like the new 52 gauntlets, and I'm like that.
Yeah,
we don't need those on returns. Why do those need to be there? But that's.
So I don't know if the figure we saw at Toy Fair is like the end all be all.
I don't either. The only reason I thought it might be is because it was already carded, packaged and carded, not just loose.
Maybe.
Well, they'll do that as a mock-up sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that, McFarlane's DC license was really good. He gave, for Batman fans, they got every version of Batman they could ever want. Like, there's no question that, they got all that.
That's Batman fans, that's the way.
Everything
they want under the sun.
It's always feast. And if you wanted a superhero woman action figure, too bad.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
Because they just didn't like making those.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they made the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow one, which I never got my hands on.
I've seen it a couple times. I haven't pulled the trigger on it.
I only picked up the one McFarlane Superman. I missed the Chris Reeve stuff, which I'm kicking myself for because I like that they did the Superman 3 one too.
I managed to pick up both of them randomly. I was in a Target and they were both just sitting there like a light shone from the heavens, and it was like, oh. So I was pretty excited about that.
There were some dealers last year at Toylanta that had them for a decent price, and I just didn't pick them up while I was there. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, they're about to do one more of him flying at the camera at the end.
Oh, nice.
The theatrical.
I think that's actually going to be the last figure they're doing.
Wow.
Well, it's already hit the stores. People are finding them in Targets already. Yeah.
Well, you guys have fun.
That whole line they announced. Yeah. No, come back.
I got to find a Target. Focus. There we go.
Focus.
Live is. I was trying to think the last time House of L happened live, and Absolute Justice.
I was going to say it had to be you two, right?
16 years ago.
Well, we did. I mean, for the finale, we went live that night.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
But that would be it. And I don't remember even what technology we were using to go live that night.
Skype,
Ustream, Ustream, probably.
Ustream.
Remember? Yeah, it was probably Ustream. Yeah, it was probably Ustream. Yeah,
showing our age here.
So
terribly.
Stickam.
A lot of Stickam.
Remember the Force guys doing Stickam back in the day, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That's great.
What were we going to talk about? Oh, memories. That's right. Duh.
Memories.
That's what we were going to talk about. Memories from our youth and what kind of evoked things for us when it came to Superman. I say that I'm harnessing this entire operation right now on top of this.
Oh boy,
Mezco Superman toy tin.
Nice.
But, that's how it goes.
If it's not a toy tin, it's a popcorn bucket. One or the other.
Yes.
Oh, those popcorn buckets.
Frank, I kind of know your story.
Yep.
But not that I don't want to hear it, but I'm just thinking about it. Steve, do you remember your first Superman item? I don't know that I've ever asked you that question before.
I think I do. I have a technical question. Is my phone positioned the wrong way? Should I be going vertical instead of horizontal?
You're fine.
You look great.
Okay, great.
You look great, sir. You look great.
I did
we'll
not
fix it
have...
in post.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
I did not have a ton of Superman merch as a kid. I had underoos, had Superman underoos, and my brother, he had the 12-inch Christopher Reeve Superman. I guess Mego did it.
Mego, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still have that. It's packed up still. But I'll tell you what I did have. I had a book. There were a couple of books I had, Superman little read-along books, or like there was one about a bank robbery that he foiled.
Did the guys have little like whirly backpacks?
Absolutely.
I had that book too.
Yeah.
I had that too.
But I'll tell you, the thing that I remember the most, and it's the thing that I probably had first, is actually I still have it. It's
a puzzle.
It's a puzzle. Yeah.
Oh man,
I had that too.
I remember that.
Yeah. And so
I still had mine.
I haven't. My plan is to actually glue it all down and then display it on the wall, make a wall display of it. But yeah, I love this thing, and I love, like, this is Superman to me, like this guy right here. I don't know if that's Kurt Swan or who that is.
I was going to say it looks very Swan-esque.
I think that may be Kurt Swan, yeah.
But it's 76.
The long torso.
Yeah, it's 76. You know, it is it's one of those things. But then my grandmother at her house, whenever we would go visit my grandmother, and there was a particular bathroom, you know, that we'd use there and everything. And in that bathroom, amongst the bath toys, was an old big head, little bitty body Superman squirt gun. And this thing, like, I've looked it up just to kind of see how old it was and what it was from. Like, you can hardly find them. And of course, it's lost a ton. No, it was a straight up Superman piece of merch. Excuse me while I get really close to everybody.
Real close.
Yeah.
Extreme close up.
They had produced, as I recall, a Batman and a Superman one. And this was the Superman one, of course. And I don't want to say they're valuable. It's one of those things where the valuable thing got away, but I feel like it's one of those things that's kind of like random things that are pretty valuable, you know? But like, I never did superpowers. I love to watch Superman. Like, if it was a Superman cartoon, you know, Super Friends, Superman, I was in. And I think I remember like the Filmation Superman stuff. I think the way I saw most of that was like through Bozo the Clown. I want to say that when they would show a cartoon on Bozo, sometimes they would show like a Superboy or a Superman cartoon from those Filmation days.
They would.
And then, of course, the Max Fleischer stuff, you know, was always here or there and like a videotape sitting around the house or something, you know. But so my memories of Superman are mostly watching, but that puzzle and underoos, that squirt gun, but I never really had like a Superman toy that I remember that I played with.
Spencer, what about you?
I mean, I don't really remember like what the first thing was. Obviously, I had like kind of the underoos thing, the same. I watched Superman cartoons like crazy because I was super into Superpower or the Super Friends. I also watched the Filmation stuff because I'm pretty sure they were the ones that put out the Superman, Superboy, a Batman and Robin, and then the Aquaman. I'd watch those like crazy. I loved the Superboy stuff. I don't know why I kind of gravitated more towards the Superboy ones than Superman, but I watched those like crazy. The Fleischer cartoons, definitely. I did have the Superpowers line. I had not all of them, but I had a good assortment of them. I had the Hall of Justice. Those were my favorite toys ever. I had like the super jet, his like the Superman little spaceship along with the Batmobile. So I had all of those things, but if we want to like kind of go niche, like the water gun type niche, I did have like a super baby, like plastic figurine. He wasn't like something you could move around, but he had like one hand up and he was all plastic, almost like if he had a slot in the back of his head, he would have been a piggy bank, but he wasn't. I had him and I still have one. I had to get it off eBay years ago, but I had a few little like knickknacks of Superman kind of stuff that wasn't like the mass produced, like all the kids had this kind of thing. And I do have a picture of myself in like a little Superman shirt when I was like little. So my mom definitely caused this to happen. So it's her fault. But then, you know, I was in that same age range where The Donner films were on. Had to watch those. The music had me. I had a couple comic books, but I didn't collect comic books until a little bit later in life. And one of the things I do absolutely remember is I had the Superman superpowers figure, but obviously we needed a Clark Kent, but I didn't have a Clark Kent figure. I know they made them. I have one now, but when I was a kid, I didn't. But what I did have was a FedEx playset. Back then it was called Federal Express. It was a jet plane and some
it still is
these like red boxes that you put stuff in there.
To Steve's point, it's still Federal Express.
yeah, it is. But I told somebody, I'm like, oh, it said Federal Express on the side, and they were like, what's Federal Express? I'm like, it's FedEx, and they were just like, it hasn't always been FedEx. I'm like, no, it's the short. But anyway, but
wait till they hear about KFC.
Pilot. I know. It's gonna blow
Wait, what's
their mind.
KFC?
The pilot for the little plane was this little figure in a blue suit and a pilot's hat, and he was like molded plastic, but he could only bend at the legs so he could sit in the plane.
Molded
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. He was what now?
Molded plastic. What?
Molded plastic pilot.
You like FedEx, don't you?
Yeah. So he was like my Superman figure, he's about this big, and my FedEx guy was about this big, but he was my Clark Kent. So I'm like, there's no way anybody would ever guess that Clark Kent was Superman in my universe, because he was like this tall. He had no glasses, but Superman was this big. So I have fond memories of that, my own personal Clark Kent figure that has no relation to Superman whatsoever, but I cherish it.
The one Clark Kent figure they made was for superpowers, and it was a mail away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mail away figure. But I didn't have it. I didn't even know about it because I guess I didn't pay attention to the packaging, because it would be on the packaging, the sticker. They would say, for proofs of purchase, and 6 to 8 weeks later, you could have this Clark Kent figure.
Did you give me that magnet, Spencer? Is that where I got that magnet from? Yeah. Spencer sent me a magnet a few years ago that is the mail away coupon.
Oh yeah, I know that, like a cartoon version of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that figure existed until I was probably like 11 or 12 years old. I was at my grandma's house. We had the Sears Wish book in front of us, and I was circling the page with all the superpowers figures, and there was a Clark Kent figure, and I was like, I need this. I have to get this Clark Kent figure, not knowing it was a mail away. So, spoiler warning, never got the figure. Not till way later, not till the grand old days of eBay, where I was able to get that figure. So he is a prized possession in my case of Superman figures. But I absolutely love that figure.
I have him as well. Robin Bird's joining us. Hey, Robin, how are you, sir?
Hey, doing good. How are you guys doing?
All here.
Are we actually live or?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hey everybody.
You're funny.
He went from all chipper, and then he's just like, "Oh, hey guys."
Wait a minute, are we live? Oh God,
I didn't see you there.
Frank, what about you?
Well, I don't.
Frank's got his show and tell. He's ready to.
I do have some show and tell. I don't have a particular Superman toy that I imprinted on. Like, oddly enough, like I have my figure. I have a couple of action figures, but for me, it was first, and I guess foremost, it was something that I watched. And I've told this story before, but my very first memory, period, in life is I was 3 years old. My younger sister was born, and I remember that my dad coming home from the hospital to be like, "Hey, the baby was born, baby girl. She's healthy, she's happy. Whatever. We're gonna go to the hospital now. Here's some flowers for you to give to mom, and I also got you something." And he gives me VHS of the Fleischer cartoons. And that was it. Like that's the love affair that's existed ever since. My dad grew up with the George Reeves series. He was of that generation where he was like under 10 when that show was on, so he was just the right age for that. And there was he had taped a 4-hour marathon of the George Reeves series that was hosted on a local station where I grew up in New York. Hosted by Jack Larson, doing like all the intros to the episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was a Thanksgiving Day marathon.
I sat and watched all of that when you
Did you watch it really?
Day, by the way. Well, I don't, you sent it to me back around
Long
the time
time ago,
Superman
yeah.
and Lois ended.
Right.
And I don't know what I did with it. I remember watching, I was going to clip some of it. And then I asked you for it the other day because it was Larson's birthday and I was going to post some of it. And I sat there and watched the whole thing. And by the time I finished watching it, Larson's birthday had already passed. And I was like, well, that's fine. But I sat there and watched all of it. It was wonderful.
It's delightful. It's delightful with the 1988 commercials and everything. It's really
wow.
Yeah, it's great. So those are the two formative early things for me. Was the George Reeves series, those whatever 10 episodes or whatever are on that marathon, and then the whole Fleischer cartoon, the whole series there really was the thing that kicked it off for me. And then I watched. I remember the night that Superman the Animated Series premiered. And that was also a very formative core memory for me. So yeah, I mean, that's been the thing. And then I realized that there was something that I had forgotten about when my grandparents passed away a couple of years ago. I was looking through their house, and I remembered this drinking glass from 1964 that has Superman in Action comics. It's got a bunch of different panels from, and it says 1964 National Periodical Publications, Inc. Yeah, and I just thought that was a strange little thing that I remember just seeing on the shelf in my grandma's house for years. And
so stole it.
Well,
took it.
She's not there anymore, so I don't think she might. And then the other oddity that I just thought I'd pull out was just I love my the fusing of my two great loves, which is Paul McCartney and Superman together.
Are they singing in the Batcave?
They're singing "A Wonderful Christmas Time" because this was
but they're in the Batcave, right? Because that's the dinosaur.
Oh yes, they are. They are very much in the Batcave. Yeah,
that's where the Christmas. That's where the
I knew Bruce
would
have some
parties
kicking parties.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But yeah. I just one of my favorite Superman artifacts.
One of the things, speaking of the Fleischer cartoons, one of the things that I had when I was a kid was an issue with, I grew up in the age of VHS tapes, and so whenever people would, especially my great grandma, she'd go to the store and she'd see a movie I may like, she might pick it up or whatever. But because the Fleischer cartoons were in the public domain, like anybody could just throw them on some VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And so
everybody
once
did.
in a while, I would she's like, I got you this new Superman cartoon tape. And so I'd get it and I'd be like, oh, sweet, awesome. A whole different cover. And I'd put it in the VCR and I'd watch it. I'm like, I've seen all of these before.
Mechanical
a few months later, she's like,
again.
I found you another Superman cartoon. I'm like, okay. And that's when I realized, like, oh, no, there's only a few of these.
Yeah.
They're just pumping them out. So I had like 5 or 6 Fleischer cartoon tapes in my collection for a long time.
I had completely forgotten about this, but I had a couple as well. I can picture a couple of the covers.
My son did the exact same thing.
Really?
My son, last year for my birthday, gave me a DVD that has all the Fleischer cartoons on it. And it's got the cover art's like Ed McGuinness Superman from the comics a few years ago. And it's like Superman in color, in cartoon form. It's all the Fleischer cartoons.
Love it.
So I'm never going to get away from having multiples of those.
We had a deal, and this was, I can remember this being a thing, probably more with like, for some reason, Charlie Brown videotapes. But if you got over a certain amount at the gas station, like you went over so many gallons, you got a free VHS.
Oh, wow.
It was like a Shell station thing, but it was like Fleischer tapes, but they were all different covers, of course, because they were, but they were all the same. It was like collect all 4 of the same thing. It was just different covers of them. And now we got Tim in the chat with us.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Tim, how are you?
From the shadows.
They're all a bunch of old men.
Yep.
I say.
Robin.
Get off my lawn.
Robin, you don't have toys.
You see, Derek,
because I put this out there and you were like, and then you had to put a dampener on the whole thing.
Yeah. I was actually born a poor black child.
I saw that coming.
Okay, I think I gotta go.
You mean
actually? I did have a lot of stuff. I just let Derek borrow all of it. So just look behind. I mean, anytime you want to get all that back to me, I'd really appreciate it.
That's not how that works.
The shipping is insane, Robin. Yeah. It's not really feasible right now.
Well, who are you shipping? Is it Derek and Steve?
Tariffs, and you know how it is. We can't get those. Well, what are your early Superman memories then?
Oh gosh. I mean, I was raised on the Reeve movies, but before that, it was Super Friends. It was like every Saturday morning, Super Friends, Super Friends, League of Superpowers. I don't even know how many different titles there were, but
different versions of
Well,
that
you
show.
had Super Friends. You had the all-new Super Friends Hour. You had the Challenge of the Super Friends. You had Galactic Guardians, and you had the legendary Superpowers show.
Okay.
That's the one I always forget.
That's it? There was only 4? I thought there was like 6.
It was Super Friends. It was the all-new Super Friends show, or like the all-new Super Friends Hour, and then Challenge of the Super Friends. And then after Challenge of the Super Friends, I think it was Legendary Superpower. It was the Galactic Guardians and the Legendary Superpower show.
So 5.
Okay, so I'm more of a Wonder Twins guy. Like,
yeah.
I respect Gleek. Which iteration of Super Friends was the Wonder Twins? Because
I think
that was my sweet spot.
The third iteration.
I think that was the all new Superpowers or the all new Super Friends.
Yeah.
Tim, you look like Powder from the movie Powder.
Thank you. I think just fact checking. There are 7 incarnations of the Super Friends. There are
7.
Super
Read
Friends,
them out for me.
the all new Super Friends Hour, Challenge of the Super Friends, the world's greatest Super Friends, Super Friends with no space between Super and Friends, Super Friends Legendary Superpower Show, and Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians.
Yeah, I think either the Super Friends with no space or the one that came right after Challenge. I think that was reruns of prior, but don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that. I could be dead wrong.
That one did have
I'm gonna
Wonder
hold you
Twins.
to it. Sorry.
Oh wait, Robin, you may not be done. Keep going.
No. I mean, yeah, it's basically the movies and Super Friends. I think I was looking up different things that might have happened during my youth. I'm pretty sure I played Superman on the Atari. Yeah, the dinosaur sitcom came out actually probably after. But thanks. Edson, really, was there a Superman episode of that?
Did you do you guys remember the Ruby Spears cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it aired on CBS, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I missed that when that was a thing. That was something I had zero clue was a thing back then.
Well,
so I stumbled upon those later in life.
Same.
It came and went so fast. But like I've caught a few. I think by the time that was on, when was that out? Was that 87? Tim, I know you'll.
88.
88. Yeah. So see, by that time I'm 11 years old, but they used to in the early 80s on the Friday night before the new season of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes.
You would have like child actors like Punky Brewster and others host sometimes a show that was going to give you a preview of what was coming in that season's Saturday morning cartoon lineup. And they did this on NBC and CBS and ABC. Particularly NBC was really big on it. I know Alf actually hosted once or twice. But so I don't know that they were doing that at that point, and I don't know that I would have seen it. And so that Superman flew under my radar, but I did see it a couple of times and was just blown away. And so when it came out on DVD several years ago, I'm like, oh, I've got to get this. This is probably the best Superman cartoon they did before Bruce Timm came along. So
yeah.
I
didn't become aware of that until I think around the time the DVDs came out. I was like, that was like a lost gem for me.
It was an unlocked It was an unlocked memory for me when I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember a few of these. And I think it was the Lex Luthor voice that I really was like, oh yeah, this was crazy how he did. Yeah.
Well, and I loved the family album things they would do. With baby Superman and the Kents. And then there's a lot of stuff that, I mean, we mentioned the Williams theme obviously being utilized. Zod is in an episode.
Old school Zod. So he didn't even have a beard, I don't think.
Yeah, very military-esque Zods. So
yeah, it was weird because it was kind of a lot of pre-crisis kind of stuff, but we were comic-wise, we were in that post-crisis era at that point, were we not?
Lex was the only really post-crisis aspect of that. So
you may be right. Yeah,
it may have been in development since since just before that.
That's true. I don't know.
I got a thing today that I've been trying to get a decent price on one for years. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is one of the unmasked figures. It didn't have the glasses with him, but
that's right. He's not wearing the Superman mask.
That guy looks a lot like
$70 or
Superman,
$80. So this is what I love right here.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
I've never seen one that does that.
His whole face changes.
Yeah,
I've seen a Chippendales dancer
the
does
posture
that.
goes up. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it was a good mail day, Steve. I got that, and I got this from the lovely Miss Neva Howell. Sent me a lovely autograph.
Hey, I sent you an email, Derek, with a link to that squirt gun thing.
Oh, good, because I want to track that thing down.
Who did that Superman that you were just showing? Is that like
that
a DC
Direct? I think.
I think it was DC Direct. It's been a few years ago, and he comes with glasses, but this one did not.
I think they did a Batman one as well.
There's a Batman one as well. Yeah.
There's always a Batman one.
I was gonna
say
always.
His voice just gets raspy, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's George Clooney, and then he doesn't do anything.
A little bit more. So I had 3 things that are like nailed into my memory of that were my Superman onboarding everything, and one of them I feel like I've told 400 times on the show. I'll show it. 2 of them I still have. The third one has been lost to time. First was my Superman 4 picture book.
Absolutely, yeah.
That also had and I don't know, one of the reasons I remember it so vividly too is because of the 50th birthday.
Logo. Yes, yeah. That looks just like the little novelization they did for it too. Like
almost
same
exactly
cover and everything.
Little novelization. And it's got several of the deleted scene pictures in it too.
Oh, nice.
Christopher Reeve and his daughter with the tornado. That's in here.
Original Nuclear Man.
Release the Reeve cut.
Yeah, exactly. The Sidney J. Fury cut. The weird scene at the end where they decide to kill Jeremy. I still think it was an odd choice to fly him into.
I just don't understand why Superman said no.
Tell you what I do.
Superman says, "Drop dead, the kid."
What a boy!
And there's a few other Lex and Lenny shots in it that aren't in the movie, but yeah, I poured through that thing, and then I had a few just the He-Man picture books that were like this same size.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I poured through all of those.
They didn't come with a 45.
Do what?
I was like, did that come with a 45?
Yeah,
it looks like one of those.
No, this did not. This was just a straight up picture book.
Sorry, Tim, that's a record I'm talking about.
That's a record. No,
it's
I'm
like a CD, but not.
It's like an MP3, but hard.
I completely lost my train of thought.
You had that. You had 2 other.
I had that. The other thing I had that I don't have anymore, and I have confirmed in recent years, this was, I don't know if it was a Superman 2 or a Superman 3, but it was a stuffed Christopher Reeve.
Ooh.
And he was I'd say he was probably 15 inches, 17 inches tall. Standing. A cloth cape, and I'm sure it mildewed or something over time. It did not look like Christopher Reeve, but I have since confirmed that it was whether or not it was American made or on the up and up, it was a result of either Superman 2 or Superman 3. So I remember it vividly, don't have it anymore, but this guy is my bread and butter. And that I've talked about on the show a lot. This is the Burger King 88 cup holder, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Darkseid. I still have my Batman and my Darkseid. I don't have the Wonder Woman anymore. This is not my original Superman one. It's up there and is worse for wear because of how much use it got. I found a pristine one a few years back just to have. That thing went everywhere with me, and one of the reasons I love it so much is because it has the S on the back of the cape too, which you boys know me. That's a big thing for me.
Derek, I just sent you a link to an eBay auction for a stuffed Christopher Reeve Superman, but I don't know that it looks like Christopher Reeve. But
well, that's what I'm saying. It did not look like.
He captured the stunt double,
but it's actually 1978. Like it says 1978 on it.
That's a squirt. So this is the squirt gun right here that you just sent me?
Yeah, I forwarded. Then I went in to try to make it easy and forwarded another link.
No, that's not it. That's not it. And that's not 78 either. That's way too good. That's Warner Brothers store. Look at the tag.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that ain't him. That ain't him.
I'm finding some of the Fleischer cartoon VHS covers that I remember from my youth. It's kind of a trip, actually, to see these things that I probably looked at every day for however many years.
Oh, yeah.
And then not seen them for 30 years.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Actually brought back some memories from my youth. They're starting to do the redo of the Superman versus Spider-Man comic.
Yes,
I remember having this gigantic one. It might have been like a coloring book too, or I don't know. I know it was like a big one that I had for the longest time as a kid.
Yeah, they did a bunch of those back in the day. And they've kind of started doing those a little bit now as kind of like a retro throwback type of thing. But they would do these like prestige, giant format versions of these comic books. Yeah. I definitely had a few of those.
Yeah, I had a few as well. I had Superman #1 that was like that. It was like it wasn't an annual, but it was done in that larger format.
Treasury
printing. Oh, I found him. Knickerbocker. Can I put this in the chat? Wow, this thing is way more terrifying than I remember it looking. Good Lord.
I just sent one that looks,
If I put this in the chat, can everybody see it?
There's a screen share button on the bottom.
Yeah, are we going to show the audience?
Hey, sure, does anyone, where is the audience? Who is the audience?
They're there.
They're the friends we made along the way.
But where are people watching this live?
Riverside.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was we were streaming to the X or the. Yeah, that's the one I found.
Wow,
it's like staring into my soul.
Wow. Yeah, why?
Wasn't he an airplane?
That's like an accusatory stare he's giving me.
I slept with that thing every night.
You what?
Yep. And
careful now.
Read into that what you will. For why,
and you can have it again for only $18.
Honestly, it explains a lot.
That is my sleep paralysis demon still to this day.
Now, do you guys, that's amazing. That's amazing. Do you guys remember Superman peanut butter?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I have a jar of that on my shelves back in my office. It's empty, obviously, but I use it to hold a bunch of quarters in case I need to go to an arcade.
Those commercials were animated almost in that Ruby Spears style. But that very much that 80s animated, and that was, I don't remember the taste of it, but I remember those commercials, and I remember that we bought Superman peanut butter every now and again. And it seems weird to have Superman peanut butter, but when you think that Peter Pan has been a brand all these years,
true.
Why not Superman?
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
Yep.
Why not Superman?
What do either of these people have to do with peanut butter?
Exactly. Well, Lex Luthor was always trying to find out the secret to Superman's great tasting Superman peanut butter.
It's so good. It's so
good.
We drinks him up at night.
It's like the Hostess commercials.
No,
right.
None of you went. So I went to Metropolis.
Yeah.
This back in the fall with Bolton and
Kevin
Black.
I was told Kevin would be here.
No, it's
Kevin
okay.
was going to be here.
Me.
He failed on us. Spencer! Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was anybody else here? That's right.
When you said Bolton, I was like, oh, I thought it was both Jasons, but I guess not.
No. But did you notice how many jars they had in there?
A bunch.
A bunch.
And there were different versions. I always pictured the exact same version, but there was 3 different versions of that peanut butter.
You would just think, creamy and crunchy, and it was no, here's extra crunchy, and it was different colors and
extra Meteor Rocks.
The jars were different colors and everything. I mean, that museum.
Were they red, yellow, and blue jars?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Tracks.
Yeah. Checks out. Primary colors.
Well, Superman's colors.
Tim, what about you? What are your...
Tim. I made the joke that you're all old. That's because only I grew up in the 80s with the Bruce Timm cartoon. And
Damn.
Thank you.
I was still it's growing a Kevin Hart appropriate joke.
I did see George Reeves in reruns. Around first or second grade, whatever that was for me, I did have the Fleischer DVDs, get at the grocery store, just a whole bunch of them on one. I don't know why. I remember vividly in preschool, my best friend at the time and I coordinated our Halloween costumes. He was Superman, I was Batman. There's a picture somewhere. My mother was gonna get it from me, but she had to go to New York City tonight, which If anyone's in New York City, please don't kill my mother because I just doxed her. But anyway, but I'm trying to think now.
A dark turn on the House of L podcast tonight.
The most vivid memory I have probably is the Bruce Timm cartoons, though. I was towards the end of Saturday morning cartoons, but the ones we had, I mean, we had Animaniacs, we had Pinky and the Brain, Superman, Batman, all that. I think there's one, I put a bunch of commercials, sent them to Derek. There's one where it's like, they had the little interstitial bumpers, and one of them is like Superman getting arrested.
You sent them to me?
Yeah, in the Google thing.
Oh, well, I couldn't multitask. Screen share and
1 moment.
Share with the class, because I can't do 2 things at once.
Okay, 1 moment. I'll be right back.
We'll vamp for you. Steve, how's Wolverine?
He's standing there. He's just standing there.
You're still thinking about that stuffed Christopher Reeve Superman, aren't you?
Yeah, it really freaked me out. Yeah.
It really stays with you.
Well, did you see that squirt gun? It's not much more comforting.
Yeah, but at least it's like a toy, like something is like, it's the 4th of July, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, those are definitely the ones I had.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This one on the right is the one I remember. This is the one that my dad gave me when I was 3.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, the one on the left, I think I remember the most.
Okay. All right. And then, wait, there's a couple more here. Then there's that one I remember seeing.
I've
never
seen
seen that one too. And I had this one as well.
Oh, wow.
I definitely had these 3, and I think I remember seeing this 4th one at the grocery store all the time. These things were in grocery stores in bins for years.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice, Derek.
What was that, Derek?
Sealed. Nice.
The Arctic
Seal. No.
Baby!
We are going to put this on YouTube. We can't get striked, Frank.
YouTube.
Derek, you need to.
By the way, Geek Out Loud shorts right now. Yeah.
Loud shorts.
I was saying Geek Out Loud. Check out the shorts on Geek Out Loud right now. Give us some views. Like, subscribe, all that.
Shorts are loud right now. I was like, what are you?
We're marching toward that 500th subscriber.
I
tell you what.
Love that 20 years later he's still pimping Geek Out Loud on the House of L.
Is that the official YouTube channel of Geek Out Loud Online?
It's the official YouTube channel, the official podcast, blah, 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 yakety schmaggety, blah, blah.
Yakety schmaggety.
Tim, did you watch Tasmania when you were a kid? You mentioned Animaniacs.
Yeah, I did. Hell yeah.
Tasmania.
Gosh, that's where I got the blah, blah, blah. That's what his dad used to do. Remember, like, well, son, it's the blah, blah, blah. I did back in the day.
Blah, blah,
yeah.
Blah.
But I was saying that all spun out of that hat and everything spun out of Tasmania. It's the blah, 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 yakety smackety, blah, blah.
I know, I'm pretty sure Steve, or not Steve, sorry, Derek, maybe Steve too. I don't know what you got. Speaking of Tasmania, that reminds me of the McDonald's toys with the Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Tasmanian Devil and Porky Pig.
I've got Petunia Pig as Wonder Woman. I've got Bugs as Superman, and Daffy as Batman. I didn't know Taz had. Who was Taz dressed as?
He was the Flash.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd think Roadrunner.
And he's the one I don't have. But they're all packed away in a box somewhere. Still.
Yeah, those things are awesome. I still have those in my office.
Is that Shelby?
It was neat.
Yes, Superman Lois Twitter. It's the same one from Smallville.
No, I just saw Shelby at Derek's place.
Yeah.
It is
Fletch.
There were 2 pieces of the uniforms that would clamp over those things, right?
Yep.
So yeah, those were neat.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers. Awesome. There's that Warner Brothers synergy going on for you. Hey, how about Paramount bought Warner Brothers, Robin?
How
I know
about
that
not? How about we just pretend like that didn't happen and it's business as usual?
I shared a meme today that got an instant thumb down from Derek.
Yes, it did. That was only the 3rd time I'd seen it too. Did anybody have this?
I've been trying to get a copy of that for a while.
That actually,
I've seen it. I've watched it, but I never had it.
So that's my original. And if you follow Caped Wonder and Jim Bowers, they are
nice.
It's dramatic.
The Doomsday Takeover.
They are re-releasing this in hardback edition and expanded. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
and
expanded?
So my copy is supposed to be here in a few weeks, and I cannot wait to dive into it. It's still one of the best, books about making a movie ever made, in my opinion.
Is the story about Gene Hackman's mustache in there?
Yes.
No, it's not. Shut your
Yes,
mouth.
it is.
No, it's not. I don't believe you one bit. You're just saying that.
And now a reading from. I can't sit here and find that. I can't read.
Wow, and now and that's when House of L became an after-school special.
You know I can't read, Steve. I learned it from watching you.
Or not reading. I learned how not to read from watching you.
I learned not to read from watching you.
That's a good segue to the Superman anti-smoking PSAs with nicotine.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Tim, did you line up your clips?
I need you to.
Does this clip need any setup? Are you going to play the Mac and Me clip? Because I swear to God, I will.
I did consider it.
Whole live call.
Do it.
Google says you need to validate I'm not an intruder. So
do it.
Because just show them on YouTube. Here.
You told me to download them so there'd be no ads.
Well, then why didn't you?
I did it. Just saying I need to go in.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Hey, be nice
Grandpa.
to
Tim. Okay, I think I did it.
Yeah, I'm in now.
Wow, shots fired.
Did you call me Grandpa?
I think I did it, Sonny.
Let's see. Where shall we start, gentlemen?
I don't like that two-factor authorization stuff when it's somebody else on the other side because I can't see that I did what it told me to do.
Sure,
so,
yeah.
You know.
How many steps do I need for an email?
Yeah. What the hell is email?
Let me check the book face.
You know you could be doing this yourself, Derek.
Why? I don't know what you watched as a kid. I don't know what you watched as a kid.
Listen,
I
Tim,
saw
for generations, kids have used technology for their elders. And I think this is just, it's just life doing its thing.
It's the way of the world.
Where to even begin? Yes, it is.
Well, I think Paramount will do pretty good with some of this DC stuff, at least because they had the Marvel stuff just ripped away from them when Disney bought Marvel, if you recall.
There's a cat.
Is that
Streaky? Streaky, is that the one? No, wait. Is Streaky the cat or is...
Get out of the way.
Now, remember, if you're listening to this later, folks, this is live.
I don't know if we can air this, Derek.
I know. I'm really afraid about whatever Tim's about to show us here.
Oh, yeah. That's Optimus Prime.
A superior being from a place called Krypton.
Oh, they used the Williams theme.
Deep in the heart of the city, he watches for signs of danger.
Is that Optimus Prime?
Yes, I just said that's Optimus Prime.
His true name is Kal-El.
Is that Optimus Prime?
You know
oh my gosh!
As Superman.
Did he just kill that woman?
You ladies haven't heard about me.
She shot him.
Metropolis is in the hands of the Man of Steel.
Superman, roll out.
Till all are gone.
Oh, man.
Superman.
Get up. He's gonna be busy.
I said get up.
Superman. Starting November 13th at 6:30. Only to
Is that how we write 6:30?
That is not 6:30. That's 6.5.
Yeah.
Now, it did originally air on Kids WB, and some of those were like
metric.
So
yes,
those. But so it did premiere on, but it premiered on the WB,
it
right?
premiered on the WB.
Yes, it did, and I have that as well. If you want to see, does anybody remember Nick Freno, licensed teacher?
I love that Peter Cullen did that voiceover.
He did one for Batman and Batman Beyond as well.
Now there's a reference.
So let me see here.
I remember the pilot for that show was in prime time on the WB.
Yes.
On like a Sunday night, I want to say.
We have one narrated by Clancy Brown himself. So is this just gotta be Tim showing video now, Derek? Is that
better to burn out and to fade away?
How you feel about Batista being the Kirkin?
Survivor of
I like it.
Great called Krypton. Sent to Earth and raised by loving parents. As a teen, the search for his true identity led him to discover miraculous powers. Now, disguised as mild-mannered reporter Clark Kent. In reality, he is Superman, using his incredible powers to fight evil. Superman on Kids WB.
The whole show, he's trying to figure out who he is. He knows right there in the narration. He knew the whole time.
And when they finally got to see who the Flash was, he's like, I don't know who this person is.
I don't know who this is.
I tell you what,
you're talking about Batista before I interrupted. Go on.
I didn't know Batista was going to be the Kurgan. I knew Henry Cavill's going to be the Highlander.
And Russell Crowe is going to be the Spaniard.
Shut your mouth.
I will not.
What? You said you were Egyptian. You're a liar.
That's awesome. That's going to be a great movie.
He's got to mentor somebody. Like, he tried mentoring in the Dark Universe, but I guess he's moving over to Highlander. Nah. Yeah.
Now, do you think they'll go ahead and move forward with the same screwed up mythology of the Highlander?
That they're aliens?
Oh, that they're going to do the quickening edit and make them aliens? Listen,
there's no need for Zeist.
Speaking of, let me tell you about my weekend just real quickly before we close out here, because I had a weird
You saw
weekend.
aliens?
I saw whatever. What was the villain's name in Highlander 2?
Michael Ironside?
Michael
Ironside, but I'm trying to remember what his name was. Anyway.
Sam Lane.
I'm sitting next to Michael Ironside for a great majority of the weekend.
Wait, you were sitting next to him?
What are you talking about? Why were you sitting next to Michael Ironside?
I went to Pensacola-Con this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I think it's
Pensacon?
Drink Pensacola. Yeah, Pensacola.
From the maker, that joke was made several times. From the makers of, yeah.
Oh, that took me out.
What? No Coke Con?
That was in the 80s.
So Ironside's table is next to Tom and Erica's, which is just total random happenstance. Had nothing to do with Smallville.
Dad?
But I watched Erica speak to him very kindly and was like, "Hey, how are you? You know, long time no see." And
he's like, "I have no memory of you."
And then about an hour later, he came back up and he said, "Did we work together, or did we ever do anything?"
Yikes!
I mean, with Rosenbaum's stories about him.
3 episodes.
3. That sounds right. 3 or 4.
And he did have health issues a few years ago too. So
yeah. He. What I really would have loved to do is had done something, because right across from Tom's table
was Hillary Swank.
Was Hillary Swank. Was the guy from the History
Which brings
Channel,
us
the
to
aliens
the next
guy?
Karate
Aliens.
Kid.
Oh,
the aliens guy was right across from Tom, and I was like,
sick.
How do I get the two of you in a video together, mutually beneficial to me?
Right. Yes.
I did not attempt, but
who's the aliens guy?
You know, with the hair, and he's like
aliens.
The meme.
No, just keep
the guy from Ancient Aliens.
You mean the guy from like Ancient Aliens guy?
Yes.
He did have a photo op with David Duchovny recently. I saw.
He's a real person.
No way.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Wow,
that's funny.
So Michael Ironside was there. Was there anyone else from the next Karate Kid there? Because I know Robin is very highly invested in the Karate Kid universe.
It better have been Walton Goggins.
Did not appear. No Hillary Swank.
Who was that? Chris?
I hear Pat passed away, sadly, so he wasn't there.
Robin, I thought about you last summer. Yeah. As the Karate Kid universes collided. And if you recall, there was some kind of deal where you had to come on Geek Out Loud and watch the Kung Fu.
Oh, God.
Jackie Chan Karate Kid back in the day, because you were like crapping all over it. I'm like, it's really not that bad. So.
Oh, yeah. That was a while ago. Jeez.
Yeah. But I thought about you. I'm like, they've all come together now. And Robin is probably absolutely livid.
I had to cover it on my show, Karate Kid Minute. I did not do that movie minute by minute. I did that by Karate Kid Remake by Karate Kid Remake, I believe. It was just one episode.
Yeah.
I talked about that.
Hey, I really enjoyed Legends for what it was.
Yeah, me too.
That was a fun little ride.
I feel like it was too heavily edited. I think that there was 2 stories going on.
There was a movie, and then they realized I think they needed to do some reshoots, and there was a whole other movie added.
Yeah.
What I garnered from that, but yeah. But anyway.
Before we go, Derek, would you like some toy commercials?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What toys?
Pick them up.
You will see.
He-Man.
Pick him up.
Pick him up. I swear to God, if this is macking me.
You need a hero.
Oh.
He's been called the greatest, the strongest, the first among heroes.
Superman.
Kryptonite. But with Krypton cannon blasting, Laser Superman powers him down. Conduit will learn, don't mess with the S. It's the dreaded Doomsday, the most fearsome force in the universe. Even Doomsday will learn, you don't mess with the S. Superman figures each sold separately, blocks not included.
Who the heck was he fighting?
Included.
I've got the Superman that Superman figure right here on my shelf.
Oh, yeah. I had that whole series.
That's Conduit. Conduit is the coolest. Conduit is the coolest non-Lex Zod Doomsday Superman villain ever.
Jimmy Braveman.
I don't
we
know
should
where.
call
I don't know
James
what
Gunn up
to him.
and say,
What year was that from?
95.
Okay.
He looked like Urine Man. He was like
Frank, you tell me.
It says 1995.
Yellow streams out of his fist.
There you go. You go.
Is that a soft goods cape or is it plastic?
Yeah. No, it's plastic rather.
It's
like
rubber. It's got some give to it.
Yeah. It's rubber.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is that the one you made your microphone in that reel the other day?
No, that one's over here. That one is a soft goods cape.
That's a fruit roll up. Admit it to everybody.
This one's it's I guess animated series.
It looks like it's got the shape of the animated series.
This one, this is one of the strangest ones I've seen. A friend gave me this a few years ago.
That's from Burger King, right?
That's Burger King,
I think
baby.
so.
Yeah,
it's so the whole the cantilever balancing thing is so
that
weird.
commercial if you want it.
Wow.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
There are like 7 Superman Returns Burger King commercials.
So,
but for the animated series, there is just one.
Close out on the. Yeah, I do remember that. I just never got into the animated series, and I don't know why. I don't know why it passed me by.
Oh,
have you watched it since?
Yeah, I've gone back and watched it. It's just not.
You prefer the original Batman noir style.
How old were you when it came out? Because my problem with Lois and Clark was it came out like when I was graduating high school. So obviously I wasn't.
Yeah, and Lois and Clark, I was 10.
I was in middle school.
Yeah, I was 10 when Lois and Clark hit. That was crack to me.
I remember that premiere night too.
Oh yeah, Frank and I have waxed on that one many a time.
Yep.
Perfect that was in our timeline.
What year was that?
I watched it on
94?
my grandma's big
94.
TV at her house. The same great grandma that would buy me all the Fleischer cartoons.
The same.
It was amazing.
There it is.
So I was gonna fight that kid next.
I tell you who I'd write a letter to that would do.
Yeah. Just keep it down, all right.
Spencer, was it you I was telling about the other day? The Fleischer figure I have with the telephone booth.
Yeah, that came out a few years ago, right? Did that come out with the robot?
Yeah. Have you seen this, Frank?
I don't know that I have.
I've got an old Hallmark ornament that's a phone booth.
I've got that one too.
Someone sent me. I don't have the hook. I don't have the right thing to hook it up to make it run though.
The motor died in mine.
To plug it in. Well, I don't even know if the motor's dead in mine or not because I can't plug it in.
I think it plugs into if you take a light bulb out of a Christmas light string. I think it plugs into that socket.
So Frank, you get Fleischer Clark in the phone booth.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
I remember seeing that deal.
Yeah, now that's jogging my memory.
And then you turn him.
Yeah.
And you get Fleischer.
Oh,
Superman.
Nice.
And it does come with a mechanical monster as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, this is a fever dream. We'll see if anyone remembers this. I'm probably the only one.
It'll be 1 week till you're gonna sing. The night of ladies here on Kids WB. We're gonna shake it.
I mean,
visit to all your double family.
Lois Lane's got the fly ride kicking. Drive you off a cliff and your heart starts ticking.
What?
We can carry on. I hope we're underwear to feet, so we're getting squeezed by Elmira. She'll wash and dry you until your mouth's really squeaky clean. See us riding with the MIB. Beware the backseat. It's truly guaranteed to make you scream. Batmobile needs the wheels. Watch it peel. Know the wheel. Watch the windows and we'll check the ejection seat. Hiding Tweety, he's a sweetie and a treaty for Sylvester who needs meaty. Open wide for his bacon feet.
It's Naked Day with us, the fully clothed
What
band.
Remember, everyone must wear the proper shoes, shirts, and pants.
Next weekend on Kids WB.
I will never.
That
I will
marketing-
never sing it the
Someone was
original
not
way
doing
ever
I
again.
am the
Bare
way
Naked
I
Ladies
am.
on the Kids W.
Oh, there was a second one.
For
a part
Naked
2.
Day.
I don't think you can have a kids thing and be like, it's Naked Day.
I know.
No. That's terrible.
There's a part 2.
I don't want to go down that road.
Is it like if I had $1 million Superman, I'd be Rich.
Jeez.
Is there a Blues Traveler one?
There's Lou Bega.
Nope.
Nice.
Lou Vega.
Thanks for joining us here in the House of L this evening.
A little bit of
place
Lana
to pull
Lang
the
in my
ripcord.
life.
All right. Well, this was fun. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate that. It was just.
I have a song parody, right?
It was.
Thanks for having us.
Steve, you and Robin can workshop that then.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I think I'm writing this on my own at this point.
I don't like the fact that there was a kids thing and they're like, it's naked day on kids.
Every time all our pictures go to the side, I'm very worried about what Tim is going to show us now.
Who are these people?
That was not
That
Dana.
is not
Delaney.
Dana.
Oh, they died.
BNL day. Now listen, I like BNL. I'm a BNL kind of guy, but
They're so fundamental that we have to call them BNL.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
all
it's
right.
better than naked day.
Guys, thanks for joining us.
People
Either
get
tuning in-
arrested for that.
Yes, they do.
Is Naked
Either
Day like an
tuning in-
annual thing? Should we be observing?
Listen,
Is
Do I
today
mute
Naked Day?
everybody?
Tim, you peaked at Optimus Prime with the John Williams Superman
The
behind
thing
him.
is, there's tons of other ones I can have Derek send you that are actually like good commercials, but
Yeah, we didn't want to watch the good ones.
No, the good
Autobots,
ones would
it's
have
Naked
not
Day on the WB.
made for a good time.
If you're just joining us, it's Naked Day.
In the House of L. Visit us online, superhouseofl.com. Of course, you can listen to the House of L wherever you get your podcast. Watch online via YouTube and wherever you do your social media. Doom
Steve.
scrolling.
Ah, yeah.
We're at Superhouse.
Am I the only one participating?
You are.
Right in a bow tie.
Well, never mind.
Somebody's going to
maybe
come
we'll
across
throw
the
some of
link
the other
later
commercials
tonight,
up
and they're going to
as
be like,
reels.
ooh, the House of L guys went live, but
Demonetized.
it's still Steve just sitting there in the
It's
slowest
Naked Day
stream.
on
maybe
the
we'll throw
Super
some
House
of
of L.
the other commercials up as reels, the good ones or something.
Just
Good
shirtless, just sitting here shirtless.
And wouldn't you know it, the good one died.
Going through your action figures.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time on the House of L. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, this is it. It's over.
That's it.
Go home.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, no. I'll allow it.
What's going on?
Oh, crap. This is from Man of Tomorrow, right?
Like.
Look, that kid died.
Yeah, totally.
Listen. I saw a thing the other night, and somebody was like, I made this in 10 minutes with ChatGPT.
Nice.
All right, good night, everybody.
This was a mistake.